accessories that came with it. It came with batteries as well.
The fish tank.
So, look at this. This is so huge. This thing is really this Biorb wants you to replace this like every 3 months, but I'm not using this filtration. I bought an internal filter. But we're not touching that anymore. That's gonna stay there for good. Okay guys, so hello. Today we're going to be unboxing our new Biorb 30-liter classic. I don't know how you call this, like a fish bowl or an aquarium.
So
but it's
a fish bowl.
It's
an aquarium.
It's an 8-gallon fish tank. So.
And it can fit 10 fish up. No. 10 shrimp.
Okay, so I got the one with an MCR lighting. So there's two varieties of this. There's one that is a LED lighting and an MCR, which is an upgrade. And then there's also a 16-gallon of this one, but this is just perfect for the size for our camera, kitchen camera. Driftwood that I got, it's actually clear now. It's been soaking for like 2.5 days. I've boiled it like probably 5 times and then soaked it for 2 full days, and finally the tannins are gone. It's not discoloring the water anymore, so we'll add that later. Looks like this.
There you go. It's okay. 1, 2. So,
I'll get it out. Just wait. So this is supposed to be the lead. So this is the filtration in the bottom. As you can see, this is the filtration. Comes with cords. This is the cover for the top.
It's huge.
No, I'll get it. It's actually very big.
It's huge.
It's an acrylic tank. And then, no, I'll get it, guys. You're gonna make it fall. So this is the MCR lighting, the pump, the charger, like accessories that came with it. It came with batteries as well.
The fish tank.
So, look at this. This is so huge. This thing is really big. That is huge. I'm glad I didn't got the 16-gallon. This 8-gallon is huge. That is so pretty.
Rocks, Mommy.
So this is the biological media. Be careful, guys. You can scratch it. It scratches easily. It's acrylic. This is the thing in the bottom.
No.
Alright, so let's just show. So these are the batteries for the batteries for the MCR light.
Yeah.
And I'll show you the stuff that it came with.
Does it add but if we just put
This is the sorry. This is the light.
that's the cover.
You can see. And let's try to turn it on.
And we got some decoration rocks.
So you turn it
Can
on.
you open this yet? If you look.
Oh, it's not plugged. Sorry.
What is the rocks?
Actually, my substrate hasn't arrived yet, so I'm waiting for it today so I can fill up the tank with substrate. But let's take all the items first. So there's so you need to be very careful with acrylics because they can scratch pretty easily. So I'm just gonna be careful with the boys.
The boys love to mess with stuff. And everybody knows how to climb on a table.
No, we never climb on a table when you have a tank. You're gonna spill it. So it says here, don't put in direct sunlight. So let's go and get the. So this is actually the filter. This is the filter for the aquarium. Try to remove it. I think it's removable. I don't know if I can.
Mommy, I think you gotta twist it.
Oh, there we go. So the bottom part isn't removable, but this one is removable. And you're supposed to
Use
put...
some rocks. There's lots of rocks to put inside the tank. Because the tank's bigger, there's lots of rocks to down. So we don't put them at the end yet, so we can fill them in. Because we gotta put some water in.
So as you can see, there's like biological media in here. There's carbon and some rocks, filter media for bacteria to grow in your aquarium, and that's where they're gonna seed. And then I think you would have to change that. I think you would have to change this whole thing like every 3 months. I'm not sure really on the dates, but I would have to look that up.
Need one more.
So
is this thing called Rook? No, him, it's not plugged yet.
Interesting. So this is the cover. See what, Shallow? I'm just gonna give you a quick look on the manual. So it says here.
Are they food? No. For the fishy? No.
So you need to use like a special Biorb spray to like clean up the surface, and then yeah, you need to carry it without water. So there's all their types of Biorb tanks. We got this one, the classic one. I think I like it the best. I mean, I like the tube one as well. But so this is the instruction for the setup. I'll just give this a quick read, and I'm gonna wait for our substrate to arrive today, and I'll show you how we're gonna decorate the tank. So I'm gonna show you how to put this cord together. So here's the instruction on how to put it together. I'm gonna use this one.
Oh, it looks like a donut. Give me it.
So you got like a couple options for the tips for the plug, but I think I'm gonna use this one. And then
unplug it.
not yet. What I'm gonna do with this filtration, because I'm not removing this like what is asked in this Biorb wants you to replace this like every 3 months, but I'm not using this filtration. I bought an internal filter because I wanted a live tank. So I'm gonna remove the carbon out of this, because after a while the carbon would lose its like effectiveness, and it's gonna leak out some toxins in the water. So I'm gonna ask the girls to remove the black thing and just remove the biofilters, the other stuff. So we're gonna remove that. More than happy to help separate this black stuff, so they're gonna do that part. I have a contest on removing those activated carbon. This rock is actually very good for like for bacteria to grow in your tank, so that they will keep the tank cleaner. It acts as a filter as well.
Now let's go.
So you're supposed to rinse the rocks for 2 minutes. Put it inside the thing, not chunk it, because it's gonna scratch the surface. Put it in the bottom. You could actually buy this whole entire thing with the filter media, the carbon, and this foam, and you replace the filtration like every couple of months. But we're not using this as a filter media. I'm just using this as a bubbles, like an aeration for the aquarium. And I'm gonna show you the internal filter that I bought. This is the internal filter that I bought. It's for 5 to 10 gallons, and it's very small, so it's not going to be very big inside the tank. And I'll show you the filtration inside. So this is the actual filter. It's very tiny, that's why I like it. So as you can see, it has carbon, which I'm going to add this carbon in here. I'll just add this. I'll just add the carbon, and then there's a sponge. There's the sponge on the bottom. So yes, you can see there's carbon. There's a sponge for bacteria to grow. Whoa. So I'm gonna.
I can wash them for touching those black stuff.
So this is the compartment for the carbon filter. So I'm gonna add the ones that we have collected. I'll add it. There's a little room. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this and add the rest of the carbon, and then I'll sew it.
My eyes are getting...
Place like a tiny little hole, and I'm gonna sew it, and then I'll have the girls put the carbon inside.
Yay!
It's a tiny little hole, put the carbon in. So here's some additional supplies that I got. So I got a sand. So this is the aquarium sand. I'm gonna top the substrate. I have like some healthy substrate for plants, and I'm gonna top it with the sand, so it's gonna look nice. And let me see that rocks. And this let's see here. This biological media. I got this for as an I'm gonna add this in the aquarium as well, so I would have more surface area for bacteria to grow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use it. I'm not really sure if I can add it here. There's not much space, but if I like crush them, they're probably gonna fit. It's just for extra filtration. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this stuff back. I have a funnel here. I'm gonna put this media back. It says you need to hear a click. It's too full. Just a few pieces. Just one layer. Oops. Oh no.
I gotta find something. This is for the fishing.
It's closed.
Oh,
So
my hands are
we just finished our carbon. Now I'm gonna sew it back. Oh no, which goes in here. So there you go. That's the filter. Now we're gonna close it up. So we're gonna close up the so you're supposed to close it this way. Hold on, I closed it. There's a little bit of filter media added there. And now we can put it inside the tank. So let's remove the bottom first. I'm gonna put this internal filter inside. Aquarium also didn't came with a heater, so I got this the same brand, a Nicrew internal filter and a Nicrew. So I'm gonna wet this surface a little bit because we're gonna stick it inside here. Well, actually, I'm gonna do this last after I escape the tank because it's just gonna be in the way. Now we're gonna put it back inside. So that we're not touching that anymore. That's gonna stay there for good. Now we just have to
put the
sand. This one.
I'm gonna put the sand.
So this thing, let me just zoom it out. So this tubing goes here. This is the pump.
Can I have some bread?
So let's put this here. Should insert it like this. It's a little bit hard to insert, but there. Make sure it's secure. And this thing, we're gonna plug it over here. No way, there's two holes in there. Okay, so the first hole is for the first hole is for the pump, and then the next hole is for the light. So we had the pump, that's the first hole, and then the second hole is for this light, the MCR lighting. So So we're gonna put that in. So that should be your setup, and now we can plug it on the main like adapter or something. So actually guys, I found something that you need to replace every, it says 4 to 6 weeks. So there's an air pump in here, I mean an air stone here that you need to change frequently. Now wanna get down?